Nittany portal is closed. That's Tuttle Creek. So we can't go up that way. But this is actually more scenic. That other way is it's like, I mean, it's literally straight up for quite a few miles. And
oh, I think I see the switchback. Is that it?
yeah, we're gonna get a better view once we get out of. So this area here is kind of cool because it'll have some rock formations and stuff, and I'll try to film it as well. Right now I've got a little bit of a tailwind, so I've got my hands off the bars and I can film, but when that becomes a crosswind, I don't know how much filming I'm going to be able to do. But yeah, we're going to clear, you see this ridge here, we're going to clear that, and then we'll get a wide open shot of those switchbacks. So we got these rock formations in front of us. Look at those huge mountains behind that.
Looks like we're on another planet.
Yeah, it's... We're at 4,600 elevation, and we got to get up to 10,000 eventually. So that's going to be way up there. 12 more miles, 5,000 more feet to climb. But the views are already epic. Four 4,000 feet to go. Next 10.25 miles. So 16K for those in the metric system. And the views are absolutely amazing. So we've already been climbing for, I don't know, at least 2,000 feet, because if we got 4,000 to go, maybe 2,500 already. About 3,000 feet to go. We're sitting at 7,300 foot elevation or so. And yeah, more of the same, but it's still freaking cool. And we've already climbed 3,600 feet, coming up on 3,700 feet that we've been climbing. Yeah, so we're at 7754 elevation with 2,600 feet to go still.
We have the road to ourselves today, apparently.
Yeah, I haven't seen a car in a long time. I do need to tell you a story about that tree to the left. With the, yeah, the one with the rock right there. I'll catch up. Looking north on Owens Valley, you can see some of the climb, and then down there, that straight line is the approach to Horseshoe Meadows.
I think you should ride a little closer to the edge so I can try to
Oh, you're filming.
get the view.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks way far down from up here, but probably the camera lens doesn't do it justice.
But you know, here's the crazy thing about this descent. There's no guardrails. So if you screw up, I mean, it's a good sheer drop for a while.
Oh, I hadn't thought about that, but now I'm sure I'll be thinking about that the whole way down.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Standing. All right, 340 feet to go.
The sky is really blue.
Oh, it's incredible. And you know, since we're so far out here, we're kind of away from most of the smog. I mean, you see a long way through the valley. Well, we get a courtesy guardrail from time to time. Okay. Yeah, so we're at 8,200 foot elevation. We got about 2,000 feet to go. And we're on a 14% grade. And here's Jess filming one-handed. So there's some kudos there. Yeah. We've already been climbing 4,500 feet. 2,000 feet to go.
Let me do a view. Up ahead, one lane road. And over there, this is a long way down. Camera and my camera work will never do it justice. So use your imagination a little.
It was 41 degrees down in the valley, which is 5 Celsius. And we're at 8,200 foot elevation, so it's much colder up here. But we're trying to get by. We got some layers in our jacket when it's time to come back out. In our jacket. In our bag. Yeah, the shaded areas are much colder, obviously.
All right, time to put both hands on the bars. One last look. I think that's water down there.
Yeah. Okay, we are sitting at 91.23 elevation. 1,000 feet to go. But there's a memorial here that I've ridden by so many times. It's called Waltz Point in memory of Walter G. Millet. Millet, maybe? Millet. If it's French, you don't pronounce the T. So let's just see what's going on here, because I would imagine there's a really good view here. And there is. There is a really good view. Now we're going to start getting into the tree line. This will start to become an alpine type of climb. And that, in my opinion, is really just because the snowfall and rain up here is much heavier than down in the previous elevation. So we'll get to that here in a minute. All right, Jess. 91, 94 elevation.
Woo! I think that's a new record for me.
Yep.
As far as just overall elevation.
Yeah, because yesterday at Onion Valley, it was 9,200. So today, here it is, 9,204. That's your new max.
Sky's the limit.
Sky is the limit, yeah.
Yeah, so yesterday, all day, George, remember I told you I had a low grade but persistent headache.
Yep.
Probably just, you know, from driving into low pine. We're at elevation, just, you know, where we're in our hotel room and stuff. And then yesterday we weren't even higher. So maybe that little headache was from the altitude, but whatever it was, I woke up this morning and it's all gone.
Oh, geez, look at this. Oh, frost heave right there.
So maybe something I learned about myself is I need about 24 hours to acclimate to the base altitude.
Yeah, well, that's a good thing to talk about, because it would be a smart move to start hydrating maybe on the drive up a little bit more, maybe, I don't know.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was another thing. Like you said, well, you were drinking water like crazy.
Yeah.
When we got back from Onion Valley yesterday and back to our room.
Here, slow down a little bit. Turn right, turn right. This, during the summer months, is really flowing with water, but we're at the end of October now, so there's just not much water flowing through here.
Is this where all the people who in the blazing sun have run out of water in their bottles because there are no stations or anywhere you can fill up here? So maybe they will stop here and get some fresh mountain spring water. And I bet it is, well, I can tell it's icy cold right now because there's ice hanging from the rock.
Oh my God, I didn't see that. Good eye.
There's icicles down there. So
that's true.
I don't know if it's there in July, but
oh my God,
at least a nice, fresh, cold, filter, pure mountain stream. I would totally suck water from that.
Yeah. Yeah, so this stream here, if you look, and you're the one that noticed it, I didn't, but yeah, there's ice formations on those rocks.
Here, wait, can we zoom in on them? We'll try. Oh, yep. See the little icicles? Woo! Brr.
Yeah, so that means that water's cool and refreshing, to say the least.
And it's probably so pure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, because it's been filtered through all the mountain trees and it's, you know, hasn't been polluted yet.
So yeah, we drink from that one hole in the wall, which is only at about 5,000 feet.
What do they call that thing?
No. What do you call that thing?
It is just a serendipitous mountain spring whenever you need it the most.
That's right.
What we'll call it.
That's what we'll call it. A hole in the rock wall. And it just flows ice cold water, and it's only at 4,000-ish, maybe 5,000 feet. What are you eating?
Oh, it's a waffle. This one actually has not landed on the ground. It did not violate the 10-second rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, but George taught me to eat any chance that I get. So as soon as we set our bikes down over there, the first thing I did was reach into my jersey pocket and unwrap whatever was most accessible to me. And
Yeah,
a yummy waffle.
That's the trick. The trick is stay fueled, and you know, it's been hard because it's just been such a windy day that yeah, we're kind of tucked in, like there's this rocks around us, and we're tucked in from the winds. But once we get back out on the road right there, it's pretty windy. All right, now we're starting to get into the tree line. We're at 9,500, 9,600 foot elevation, and we're gonna start to get more and more wooded.
These are called conifers.
Ah,
They're pine trees.
there's my brainy girlfriend.
Not to be confused with deciduous trees that sort of taper off at a lower elevation.
Oh,
Have a different leaf structure.
yeah. You're saying these can handle the higher elevations?
Yes.
Yeah.
Adapted for a higher, drier climate.
Yeah. Last push.
Almost done?
Yeah, pretty much.
Feel a little sad about that. This is just incredible. It feels like unspoiled wilderness.
Yeah,
Obviously it's not.
obviously.
There's a paved road.
Yeah. And
Probably about as close as this road he's gonna get.
yeah, we had a little dip, so we got about 500 feet to go.
Doesn't seem like very much. Huh?
No, not.
Just saying, I feel like I'll be a little sad when we're all done today.
Yeah, not after you've already climbed 6,000 feet on this one. This is one big monster climb. 6,500 in one shot.
Wow, I've never seen anything like this. Where I'm from in Pennsylvania, this doesn't exist. So.
No.
Pretty freaking awesome.
Fun fact, highest point in Florida is like 340 feet or something.
That's where everybody runs when the flooding starts.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh dear. All right, so we're almost about to summit this. Now, unfortunately, there's no summit sign up here. So there's no way to confirm your GPS data, but
That's okay, we know.
yeah,
That's all that matters.
that's true. All right. So much of the descent has sections of road like this, that very light dusting of sand, that if you hit that, you're gonna wash out. We're still on the up, but I always look at road conditions for the descent as I climb. That should probably be a pro tip of the day.
Look at that sign. Entering active bear area.
Yeah.
Could be exciting.
All right, climb complete.
Woo! Made it.
6,500 feet of climbing on just that one climb.
That was definitely not a piece of cake.
Yeah.
There's no one up here.
No, it is just us. Yeah, 22 miles, 6,500 feet of gain.
I think I was feeling a tad lightheaded towards the end. But I wasn't sure, which makes me think I probably was.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so. Well, I was pushing a little harder towards that last bit, so that
yeah, I noticed right away.
Well,
Little heart started speeding up.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to see how you would react, how I would react to climbing at 10,000 feet at a higher intensity. I've got plenty of pictures with my bike in front of that sign. So that's it. Unfortunately, there's no elevation sign up here, so we can't bag this summit, if you will. All right, top of Horseshoe, 10,062, and it's one of the parking lots where you can bring your horses and lead a trail, or lead a train, a pack train, I don't know what they call them. And then there's a outhouse there, so you won't have any running water. So it's cold today, but on a 100+ degree day from the valley, you need to carry extra water, because you're going to come up here and there's nothing after 20-something miles of climbing. There won't be anything up here. So I went to pull this out of my pocket to eat it, and it's like super puffy, you know, at 10,000 foot elevation. So yeah.
It's just funny how it kind of did puff up, and it made me think about how this morning I mentioned that we forgot our tire pump at home. So I haven't put air in my tires since the last time I rode it was Wednesday. Today's Sunday, so it's been 4 days. So I was a little worried about that, but then when I saw George's Cliff Block package puff up, I wondered if maybe it's a good thing that I am a little underinflated, because maybe my tire would have exploded from the change in altitude.
Yeah, I don't know, but
I actually don't know what the science is behind that. So
yeah, well, I'm sure we have a lot of smart watcher viewers, so there's some engineer that'll probably be like, oh yeah, so blah 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 blah, formula X, da 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 da, elevation Y, da 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 da, and they'll tell us, well, if you start at 70 psi at the bottom, by the time you get to 10,000 feet, it'll be 80 psi. I don't know, maybe. Yeah, I'd love to hear someone say that.